Hi guys, it's Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group, and I'm checking in for our first video of the week. Today is Tuesday, and I'm so excited to be back for a full Trinity 10. Of course, I've been dropping a few business tips here and there on little random videos, but today we have a full comprehensive idea that we're going to follow for today. Of course, I'm going to recap a bit on last week's videos with setting the tone as the entrepreneur. Those videos did really well, and I want to say thank you guys so much for your interaction, your sharing, your viewing. Really appreciate that. I'm glad that what I was saying actually was able to be conveyed and kind of impact you as an entrepreneur or a budding entrepreneur, and let you know that there is hope and there are steps that you can take to be a successful entrepreneur even before you get your employees, right? Because after you get your employees, you're now a CEO. There's levels to this thing, right? So I just want to make sure I'm giving you as many tips as possible to help you knock it out of the park as the entrepreneur. That way, when you get more employees, it's all set in stone. They're just going to be there to help you make more money because you've already set up the procedure. So last week when we talked about setting the tone as the entrepreneur, I kind of hit on what it's like to go through the trial and error phase. You've tried something, and then if you make an error, it's just you making that error as opposed to paying someone's wages and them making an error, therefore doubly costing you and affecting your bottom line. And as an entrepreneur, budding CEO, you don't have a lot of wiggle room with your finances for things to go wrong. So the sooner that you set something up and make sure that your employees know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, then that will allow you to minimize cost by, waste or faulty product or misshipped product. And it will allow you to then incur profit because that's what that employee is there for, right? I think a general rule in business is for whatever you pay that employee, for them to make you 3 times that, right? So if you paid them $15 an hour, they need to be making you $45. So make sure that you just keep those kind of ideas in your mind as well. But with setting up the tone for your business, right? You've gone through the trial and error, you've messed up. Now you're going to tell them what not to do. A great way to do that is through SOPs, standard operational procedures. And for me, with, being the infrastructure queen, I love procedure. I love the rules. I love the set in stoneness of it all. I love the following step by step because it eliminates errors. And then if there are errors incurred, we know exactly where to go to fix it and mitigate it going forward, because we know that it was at step 4 that something wasn't clear enough, right? At step 4, you should be putting the product in the box, and you should have the box like this, or peanuts in the box or whatever. And if something's missing, I know exactly where to go. Okay, I didn't put my peanuts in the box, so the skincare ended up seeping out of the bottle because it was jostling around through packaging or through delivery. So without having those peanuts there to cushion it, it's on me at step 4 to make sure I put the peanuts in there. So now I know what to do going forward. So SOPs are probably the most important thing for any business. A lot of people don't have physical products. Like me personally, I am a service-based business. I cannot give you a specific product and let you know exactly what to expect. But by my services, I can show you what I'm going to do to impact your company. I can show you what I'm going to do to help you, and it will be felt as opposed to tangible. You will see the results in a different way as opposed to getting a product and applying it to your face. So for those in the service industry, SOPs are just as important. A lot of times we are really computer-based. We are really methodical in our own way of how we service our customers, but you can still create an SOP for that. You can still create an SOP if you're in accounting, right? In order for you to get a client, you have either a leads generator or you're doing it by word of mouth, and how you treat that customer from when you've acquired them is going to be based on an SOP. If you have an assistant and that assistant contacts them and asks them for certain services they want added, right? If we're going from accounting to actually filing the taxes for you, or if you would like to review them prior to them being sent out, or however you want it to be, you also can have an SOP for your service-based business, because that will allow your customer to know exactly what to expect. And then one of my previous videos, I also spoke about add-ons, right? If you have this guideline with your SOPs, I am here for a customer who only wants accounting, and when that customer only wants accounting, we let them review it, and then that's the end, right? So if I am at a place where then once that customer has what they want, I can now tack on an add-on like, hey, I can file form, 1099, 1040, whatever it is for you, to let you not even have to worry about that. Or if you subcontracted with someone on this accounting line for the $10,000, you subcontracted for $8,000 and just kept the $2,000 profit, let me write you a form for that and we write it off on the taxes, right? You have those add-ons because you have a clear set of what's going on. If I'm going straight, I know there's a left and a right. If I add on something, I know that I'm just opening my scope as opposed to it being complete chaos. If it's complete chaos and I have no idea of where I'm going, or I offer a bunch of different services and I don't have packaging, or if I offer accounting and now I'm wandering off into, I don't know, landscaping or something, like, I need clear structure. This is where Trinity Professional Group, like seriously, Trinity Professional Group was started due to a need for structure, due to a need for procedure. As I stated in my first video and like my welcome back and introduction of myself, my initial degree was in political science. In political science, it sets up what it takes for society to run smoothly as best as possible. We know there are a few hiccups and stuff going on in government, but it was initially set to have a set flow so that everyone knows exactly what to expect whenever a law was either broken or whenever a law was created, who it was intended to protect. There's the set rule, the black and white, to let you know exactly what to do or where to go so that you can get whatever it is that you need done, or so you can be protected from someone who's going to infringe on those rights. So my initial mindset is always procedural. It is one by one by one, and we know exactly where we're going and what we're doing. And so with business, it is so fluid. Business is so fluid. Business is one day I have no sales to, with Christmas coming up, I have people ordering early and all of a sudden my website is on fire and I got to fill 1,000 orders that I never even knew I had. One person made a TikTok and now I'm in high demand, or one person made a YouTube post and now everyone wants to know who I am, where I am, how they can get my service. Business is fluid. So you do not want to be the one to add to your own chaos by not having a set structure. I'm serious. Trinity Professional Group is built on structure for a reason. I've seen it when I go to a tire shop. There is no structure. You got people yelling. You got people, arguing with each other. You got people worrying about a different customer that's not even next. It's just chaotic. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I choosing to patronize the wrong company? Like, they don't even have a flow of what they're doing, And so when you are a customer and you can notice that, imagine being a business owner and depending on someone to trust you, depending on someone to feel like they chose you out of 1,000 and they expect you to deliver, right? So when your livelihood depends on that, you realize that structure is important. People's perception of you is important as an entrepreneur. All you have as an entrepreneur at the very beginning is perception. It's a one-time deal. It's a first impression that has to last forever and get a recurring customer. And again, with my tip, it is always more expensive to get new customers than it is to keep your current ones. So you don't want to waste money by not having structure. You don't want to waste money by not having a set procedure for your employees to follow, because they are merely extensions of you. They are not you. They don't know what's in your head. They don't know why you started doing it a certain way, or they don't know that, after 8 orders, you have to shut the machine down, let it reset, and then turn it back on and let it sit for 10 minutes before you process the next order. They don't know these things. You know, because you started the company and you're the one who incorporated the machinery, but they weren't there for that, right? So to keep everyone on the same page, to keep everyone aware of what's going on, why it's going on, and how to keep it going, you need SOPs, standard operational procedures. Everybody wants to scale, but no one wants to write out their SOPs. You cannot scale without set procedure. So, Trinity Professional Group, again, is really big on this. I want you to be able to write it out. My small business coaching will teach you how to write it out for yourself now, so that once it grows and you get employees and you become the CEO, you can hands off it because you've already set up what needs to be done and how it needs to flow. So again, welcome back, First Tuesday. My name is Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group. I am so adamant about procedure and the effects it has on you, your employees, and ultimately your company and your bottom line. As always, visit trinityprofessionalgroup.com for any more content or any more information on why I started and who I am. And I will see you guys on Thursday. I hope you have a great day. Good night.